From people experimented on aboard extraterrestrial aircrafts to a group of women still waiting for their hybrid children to visit, here are 8 mysterious alien abductions. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to They Will Kill You. Hit the like button and request any topics you'd like to learn about in the comments section below. Number 8. Deverow Family. In January 2005, Rachel Deverow, her 2 sons, Alex and Benji, and her mother Anne were returning home on the A65 road in North Yorkshire. That's when they saw a bright light that appeared to be following their car. The light then dove towards the vehicle before speeding away out of sight. This happened at around 5 p.m. when the family was 10 minutes away from home. When they arrived, the family realized that it was after 6 p.m. and none of them could account for the missing time. After a while, Alex began having strange dreams in which he was in a strange bubble flying over the countryside. Rachel Deverow decided to undergo hypnotherapy to figure out what had happened in the missing hour. Rachel recollects that when the light descended upon them, her family was actually taken aboard an alien aircraft. She remembered being in a strange room without any walls. As a bright light shone overhead, she felt like she was standing in space. Rachel also said that there were strange little beings aboard the craft that observed and studied the family. Number 7. Sharon. After a series of unusual experiences, a woman from Yorkshire heard talks on the radio about UFOs and alien abductions and decided to seek further information. Sharon often found strange marks on her body and didn't know where they came from. There were also instances where she couldn't account for missing time. Anxious and confused, she decided to undergo hypnotic regression. That's when she remembered that she'd been abducted and taken aboard an alien craft. Sharon talked about how she and others abducted were sitting on a ramp like they were about to be transported somewhere. She even remembered a man called Nigel among those abducted. According to her, she'd been taken by aliens before when she was a teenager. The alien ship reportedly had Egyptian markings on the walls. Aliens examined her and others. Afterwards, they were told to respect their planet and not to pollute it, and that it was important to learn about the pyramids. Apparently, her captors told Sharon they were the ones responsible for building the ancient structures. Number 6. Bob RYLANCE. Throughout his life, military veteran Bob RYLANCE would often go through strange experiences, like hearing buzzing late at night and footsteps outside his bedroom that seemed like they were coming out of nowhere. After undergoing hypnotherapy, he realized that he'd been regularly abducted by extraterrestrial beings for over 2 decades. While hypnotized, he described being taken into a room and placed on a medical bench. After his captors performed different experiments on him, they placed a triangular pod on his stomach. According to RYLANCE, the extraterrestrial beings told him through telepathy that the pod was meant to cure a diseased part of his stomach. Number 5. Philip Spencer. Philip Spencer was driving to his father-in-law's house on the morning of December the 1st, 1987. While driving alongside the quiet country road, Spencer heard a sound similar to that made by a low-flying helicopter, but there was nothing above. Then on a hillside near the road, he saw a small, strange creature. As the being made its way up the slope, Spencer took a picture of it. By the time he reached the hilltop, the creature had already disappeared. Above him, Spencer saw a huge silver disc that looked as if it was preparing to launch into the sky. Frightened, he drove back home. When he looked at the time, Spencer noticed that 3 hours had passed, which he couldn't account for. Like others on this list, he tried to regain his memory through hypnotherapy. He learned that he'd been taken aboard the silver disc and placed on a medical table. He also clearly remembered a voice inside his head that told him not to be scared. There's no way to find out for sure whether Spencer's story is genuine or not, but the picture taken of the alleged strange creature has proven authentic and untampered with. Number 4. Daniel Fry. while stationed at Holloman Air Force Base, New Mexico in 1949. Daniel Fry claimed he'd stumbled upon a strange craft. He then heard a voice that asked him to come aboard. Once the mysterious craft was in the air, the bottom became transparent and Fry had a clear view below him. According to Fry, he was flown to New York City and the entire trip took just half an hour. He deduced that the ship must have been traveling at more than 8,000 miles per hour. Fry also mentioned that such remarkable speeds would have caused his body to implode on itself, if not for the anti-gravity technology the craft used to prevent that from happening. According to Fry, the voice that had invited him aboard the craft was actually an alien being on a mission to help mankind and was in the process of becoming accustomed to Earth's atmosphere so it could settle on Earth. The craft Fry was taken on was a scout ship meant to collect elements of Earth's atmosphere and take them to a larger vessel located high above the planet. Number 3. Alfred Bertu. On August 12, 1983, Alfred Bertu went night fishing on the Basingstoke Canal in Aldershot, England. He found a spot and was almost done setting up his gear when he saw a bright light from some shrubs. Two strange beings, each around 4 feet tall, emerged from the light. They motioned for Bertu to follow them. The creatures had helmets with black visors and tightly fitted green suits. They arrived at a shiny metal craft. As Bertu and the two beings approached the craft, steps extended from it, which led inside. Once more, the creatures asked Bertu to follow them, and once again, he unwaveringly agreed. Inside the craft, Bertu said the temperature was much higher than outside, and an intense smell of rotting flesh prevailed. Bertu's wife knew that he wasn't one for this type of joke. She saw him that night and said that he looked as if he'd witnessed a miracle. Even after his death, she repeatedly claimed that his story wasn't a fabrication. Number 2. George Van Tassel. George Van Tassel awoke in the early hours of August 24th, 1953 to find a strange man staring at him from the bottom of his bed. Van Tassel was invited aboard a flying saucer outside. Once aboard, the strange being told him that his name was Sol Gander from the planet Venus. Van Tassel was given instructions to build a structure he would later name INTEGRATRON. It took Van Tassel roughly 25 years to build the 38-foot-tall cupola, which still stands near Joshua Tree in Landers, California. He received funds through donations at UFO conventions and even from Howard Hughes. According to Van Tassel, he'd purposefully built the Integratron atop a powerful geomagnetic anomaly. He claimed the structure rejuvenated human cells by generating strong, intermittent magnetic fields. Van Tassel believed that each biological cell had a resonant magnetic frequency. The structure of these cells could be recharged like an electric battery once a person was inside the Integratron. He also said it was capable of time travel and anti-gravity. Van Tassel worked on his project until his sudden death in 1978. Nowadays, the Integratron is under new ownership. It reportedly has the properties of an acoustically perfect sound chamber. Its owners use quartz bowls to give groups of visitors sound baths. These sound frequencies are said to have deep, calming effects. Number 1. Hybrid children. Members of the hybrid baby community in the US believe that they've had hybrid children with extraterrestrial beings that have harvested their DNA. ALUNA Verse and BRIDGET NIELSON are members of the community and claim that between them, they have 13 children with aliens. They've shown drawings they've made of their children who have a combination of human characteristics and alien features, such as large reptilian eyes. Verse and Nielsen believe that aliens typically choose young women who subconsciously want to be taken in order to create a hybrid race to better humanity. They say that aliens typically harvest the women's eggs aboard their ships, but that it can happen on Earth as well. Recalling her experience aboard an alien ship, NIELSON said it was great. It was an incredible, super primal, super raw sexual experience. She added it was the best sex I ever had. Verse said she was taken aboard in a dream state and that the sexual experience is one of her most vivid memories. According to the community, thousands of women around the world might have alien children, but just don't know it. Nevertheless, the hybrid baby community has plans to establish a place somewhere remote where all the mothers can live together and their children can visit.